Sports. What do you think, Tony?
Sports.
Sports?
Sports. Sports.
Really? Because I was thinking sports. Do you not agree?
No, I agree. Sports.
Just commit to the bit. All right, let's get to the... You know what's funny is the intro that we have for the podcast is going to sound pretty much the same. Let's get to it.
You want to talk about sports?
Yes, I want to talk about sports.
You want to get a real job? You want to talk about sports? Sports?
All right, sports it is.
Welcome to Tony's Upset, a sports podcast fueled by autism and brotherhood. I'm your host, Tony Cinelli, along with my co-host, Gianni Cinelli. How are you, Gianni?
I am so good, and I am so excited to be in the studio. We actually have a great podcast today where we're talking about a whole bunch of sports. Tony, what do you got for me?
Well, the first thing we're going to be talking about is the MLB World Series.
Now, I will say with the World Series, I feel like as soon as the Yankees got eliminated, we stopped talking about baseball.
Yeah.
And for those of you who think that we have a bias towards the Yankees and that's all we talk about, you're correct. Tony, go ahead. Let's talk about another team that doesn't matter.
Yes, it was the Toronto Blue Jays against the LA Dodgers.
Now, I think I've said on the podcast before, Blue Jays are the worst bird, but please continue. And if you love blue birds, the eastern bluebird is a bird for you. The Blue Jay is a mean and nasty bird.
And this is a sports podcast,
Okay.
not a
Talk about your sports.
board podcast.
Okay.
It was a crazy series. Toronto was about to win their first one in 33 years. They were up 3-2 going back to Toronto. But the Dodgers, who are the defending World Series, what's the word?
Champions. Defending World Series
Yes,
champions.
no, but showed the champion mentality
Yeah.
and won both games in Toronto. In the Game 7, Toronto was up 5-4 in the top of the ninth with 1 out. The closer gave up a home run to the Dodgers to tie the game. And then in the bottom of the 10th, in the bottom of the ninth, Toronto had a chance to win the World Series. I don't remember, I think it was like no outs or 1 out. But the Dodgers championship mentality got out of the inning with a couple of with bases loaded,
Good defending?
Yes, with some good defending to get them out of the inning, to go into extra innings. In the top of 11th, a home run by Dodgers gave them the lead, and in the bottom of 11th, with a double play, the Dodgers won the second World Series.
In a row. Wow.
In the 11th all time.
Well earned.
Well on, yes.
Yeah, I mean, the Dodgers have been a really good franchise. They put it together really well.
But the Yankees have been better.
Yeah. Overall, I mean, I remember Dad has that T-shirt that says, like, all the teams in the World Series wins, and it equals the amount of World Series wins the Yankees have. But we don't need to talk about how good the Yankees are, especially when they're not doing great. All right, continuing from there, Tony, the NBA season is finally kicking off. We can finally talk a little bit of the NBA again. It's funny, when we started the podcast, it's really when the NBA was ending, so it's kind of cool. We've been going for the entire NBA offseason. Who is looking great this year?
Yeah, well, let's talk about it first. The defending champions, OKC Thunder, with a 9-1 record, have looked fantastic. And they're led by the stars again. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's averaging 33 points per game with 6 assists.
Yeah, and Chet Holmgren's been good too under center. I mean, almost 19 points per game and 9 rebounds. He's almost averaging a double-double.
Yep.
I mean, actually, him and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander are almost averaging a double-double. But in the other conference, who do we got?
Yeah, well, the Detroit Pistons. Wow. Last year, they were a surprise team.
Yeah.
Last year, and they made the playoffs, but lost to the Nets in the first round. But this year, there's still a lot of time to go, but they're leading in the Eastern Conference. And Kate Cunningham,
Yeah.
has shown why he was Detroit's number one pick, averaging about 26 points game. And if you want to talk about double-double, he's actually almost averaging 10 assist point game.
That's pretty awesome.
Yep.
And then who else is playing well for them?
Well, he's also getting help from his center, Jalen Duran, who's averaging a double-double.
Yeah.
With 20 points per game and 11 rebounds.
That's pretty phenomenal. Yeah, I think the NBA is going to have a good season. I'm looking forward to it. And our Knicks aren't doing too bad either.
No?
Yeah, I mean, I've really enjoyed watching Jalen Brunson out there. I think Mitchell Robinson's definitely maturing. Who are you looking forward to seeing play on the Knicks this year?
Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
Anthony Towns.
Karl Anthony Towns, he is such a big boy. I didn't realize how big he was until I started watching him play for the Knicks, and I was like, this man is huge. He's athletic. I'll give him that. All right, next up, college football. Now, you had 3 predictions.
I had 3 predictions.
Unless I'm mistaken, you had 3 predictions, and you were 3 for 3, and we're going to hit through them in just a moment. First game, though, which you didn't have a prediction on, Ohio State.
Yeah, they destroyed Purdue. Well, what's to say? They were losing 3-0 at the end of the fourth quarter to Purdue.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went on to go on to win 34-10.
One of my coworkers, Kendall. Shout out to Kendall, and he's about to have his second child. So shout out to Kendall. Kendall's a big Ohio State fan, big Bryce Young fan too, and only one of those can be good at a time, I think. So Ohio State's doing great. They're destroying Purdue. And then, Tony, you predicted Texas Tech to beat BYU. You thought it was going to be an upset, but you corrected yourself. The Texas Tech actually was the favorite.
Yes, Texas Tech was actually a huge favorite.
Yeah.
Which kind of surprised me, but I just thought they were the better team and they beat Texas Tech.
Yeah, I mean, BYU, they got destroyed by Texas Tech. Okay, next one that you predicted was Notre Dame over Navy, and Notre Dame did beat Navy.
Yes, they did.
It was a little bit of a smackdown.
Yeah.
I actually watched that game last night. It was a little bit annoying because both teams had gold helmets, which I know isn't really football analysis, but I hate when the two teams are wearing basically the same colors. I don't know if you saw, the Vikings are playing the Ravens right now, and they're both wearing purple and white.
Yep.
It's stupid. I mean, we get this in soccer all the time, and you just have a third jersey that you wear, or like you switch up your uniform a little bit. A little bit of planning. That's all I'm asking for. But Notre Dame, they beat Navy bad.
What was the score?
I can look it up real quick. Jeremiah Love had a really great run. I mean,
yep, I saw that.
I don't think Navy played poorly. I just think Notre Dame played with a whole lot of class. Yeah, 49-10.
49-10.
Yeah. All right. Continuing from there, like I said, you did predict Notre Dame there, and then Indiana had a comeback win against Penn State.
Yes, they did.
You want to talk about that?
Oh, so they were winning 20-10, and then Penn State just came back. Indiana's quarterback, who I think is a number 1 pick, Fernando Mendoza, had a pick that went to a Penn State touchdown, but he showed his championship heart. He was he had some amazing plays out. It was like 2nd and 17. He threw a 20-yard pass for a 4th down, and then he had another 15-yard pass. But the craziest play, it was 3rd and goal. Mendoza was getting pressure. He threw the ball in the back of the end zone, and this wide receiver caught one of the most amazing catches.
Oh, I saw that. That was insane.
Yeah.
That was so good. I wish this was a video podcast. Maybe in the future we'll do a video podcast. I hear people asking. It's a lot of work. I'll do it in the future maybe. But that being said, that was an amazing catch. It really was.
Yes.
Now, a couple things. Number 1, apparently the Jets had people in attendance to watch him play, the Indiana quarterback, because they're thinking about drafting him. Could be good. Penn State. Is Drew Aller injured?
Yes, he's out for the season.
Whew, that's not going to be good. But he'll probably play next year, right?
Yeah.
And then he'll probably be another 1 pick if he's healthy and if he plays well again.
Yes.
Okay. One thing I forgot to mention with Notre Dame. Guess who was in attendance at the Notre Dame game?
Who?
Rudy.
Oh, my God.
And Rachel don't know who Rudy is. So, Tony, I have 2 things to tell you. Number 1 is, when Tony was talking about the Indiana game, I was about to cut in, and he checked me down. He said, no, I got to finish this. And I was so proud because Tony's come out of his shell so much, and like this is a show about brotherhood and autism, and it's just so nice to see Tony. It's just like, no, I'm talking about Indiana. You can sit down and shut up, Gianni. That's number one. I love you too. Number two, Tony melts like butter in the microwave when he watches Rudy. He cannot handle himself right now. He gets such bad secondhand excitement and secondhand embarrassment. He cannot handle it. He is running his hands through his hair and stimming uncontrollably at the mention of Rudy. All right, so it was cool to see Rudy in attendance. Yeah. I kind of want to watch it now. And it was kind of fun explaining to Rachel what Rudy is. Okay. 200 pounds. Da-da-da-da-da. And then is Rudy the one where he plays the audio and the coach is like, we're going to hit him on the inside. We're going to hit him on the outside. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. That's Rudy, right?
I don't remember probably.
Okay. Watch it just be like a different football movie. There's some good football movies. Yeah. We'll do it. Well, maybe we should do a podcast episode on the best football movies. And maybe we'll have to get someone who actually likes movies on the podcast to do it with you because I don't like movies. That's my hot take. Okay. There's a lot more there, but we'll leave it at that. Tony. Alabama versus LSU. You guessed Bama.
Yes.
Bama did their thing.
Yep.
Bama does what Bama does. All right. Last thing we'll talk about, NFL football. Couple things to really point out here. Number one, that's near and dear to my heart. The New York Jets gave away their entire team except for Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson, it seems.
Yes. And Breece Hall wanted to be traded.
I feel really bad for Breece Hall. I mean,
he had a good game today.
He did. And, it's not like he's sitting out or anything. I respect that a ton. But, I mean, the Jets traded, I think their defensive tackle, right?
Quentin Williams.
And then they also traded
Sauce
Gardner. Now, I feel so bad about this. For Christmas or for my dad's birthday, one of the two.
Yes, that's what
my Uncle Joe was like, Tony, Gianni, what do I buy your dad for a Jets jersey? And I was like, Sauce Gardner. My dad loves defensive players. He wears number 1. It will look really clean. My dad loves the Jets. He loves the defense. There's no one that embodies that more than Sauce Gardner. It's been like 2 months since Sauce Gardner just got traded.
Yeah.
It's not great. So Sauce Gardner is gone from the Jets. Defensive tackle, gone from the Jets. The Jets trade anyone else?
I don't think so, no.
No, but I mean, the trades they did make weren't great. But also, the Jets are tanking right now. Like,
I don't think we're tanking.
I mean, did we win today?
Yes, we did.
We did. I mean, that's 2 special teams touchdowns.
Yeah.
Kind of nice.
Oh, and Justin Fields, what was he?
He was like, well, last time we checked, and listen, he might have done garbage time minutes. He was like 3 for 5 with 40 yards. He was 3 for 5 for like 50 yards, and 42 of those were a check down pass to Breece Hall,
who took it in for a touchdown
for 42 yards. Like, that doesn't count. I've made a lot of statements in the beginning of the season about Justin Fields being a great quarterback. I made a lot of humorous statements about Justin Fields being a great quarterback. The jury's still out, man. I don't think he's bad. I can't tell. I don't know if it's an offensive coordinator thing. I don't know if it's a defensive coach thing. I don't know if he just freezes up in the pocket. But it's bad.
Yep.
Still rather him than Andy Dalton. Watching Andy Dalton play for the Panthers last week was painful.
But they won.
No, not with Andy Dalton under center. I think that was when Bryce Young came back. That was 2 weeks ago, I think, with Andy Dalton. Bryce Young is so hit or miss. We just watched them do nothing against the Saints.
And Tony, after beating the Packers by...
Saints are what, 2-8 now?
Yes.
And that's your boy Kellen Moore?
Yes, Kellen Moore.
You think he's going to do better next season?
I hope so.
You think they're going to give him next season?
Yeah.
I mean, you told me that people expected the Saints to be bad.
Yep.
Now, I want to talk 2 more NFL football teams from New York. Number 1, Jackson Dart injured. Yes. I hope he's fine. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, by the time you're listening to this, there's more of an update. Tony's going to do a little bit of research right now. And then what are the Buffalo Bills doing?
Oh, my God.
They beat the Chiefs and then lose to the Dolphins?
Yes. Yep.
Tony, what is going on?
So I have some breaking news.
Okay.
The Chicago Bears beat the New York Giants 24-20.
Now, to be fair, Jackson Dart injured, Cam Scatterboot injured. But to be fair, the Giants didn't go into the season with those guys as their starters. It was Russell Wilson and, Tracy Singletary?
Yeah.
Tracy or Singletary? I mean, come on. I don't know. I don't blame the Giants for losing a game when their quarterback gets injured and their starting running back got injured like just a week or 2 ago. But with the Bills, I mean, what's going on, Tony?
No,
is the offense just not cutting it? Is the defense just not cutting it?
They beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
They got complacent.
They swept Watt. And then they got,
complacent. They showed up to the Dolphins thinking thinking that the Dolphins they could walk over.
Well, and plus we also all have Bills fans, but we don't think Joey listens. So.
Yeah. I don't know if Joey's listening, but Joey, if you are listening, what are your Bills doing? I've got a lot of my coworkers at work. Shout out to my coworkers at work who really support the podcast. They're all about it, Tony. They're all about it. Evan and Matt and all those guys. Kendall, like I said, they're really supportive of the podcast. But I have Bills fans at work, and I will tell them to listen, and I will tell them they will get a shout out if they do. That's kind of the way I work. I'm kind of like a mobster. Like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. Anyways, Tony, anything else you want to talk about before we call it a day?
One thing I ask before we close, please share this podcast. Share it with family members. Share it with coworkers. Share it with relatives. Share it with your enemies.
Share it with your friends. Share it with your enemies.
Friends, enemies.
Share it with your dog. Share it with your dog walker. I mean, there's nowhere you cannot share this. Share it in your sports community. Share it in your Discord servers. I mean, that's how I got us a lot of followers, honestly. It's just sharing this in Discord communities, going up to coworkers, looking at what university they went to and LinkedIn and being like, yeah, Tony and I talked about it on the podcast. Go take a listen, you know? I mean, listen, everybody's in sales at the end of the day. Anyways, Tony, anything else you want to talk about before we call it a day?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Thank you for listening to Tony's Upset, a sports podcast fueled by autism and brotherhood. Goodbye, y'all. I think that turned out good.
Yeah.
We got to get more sports on here. What do you think? Tennis? Curling? Hot dog
Tennis?
eating?
No. Calling. Lots of calling.